I'm in charge. Who's in charge? Cracked out Narayan is in charge. You're giving me permission. I don't have a permit. It's illegal.
To be beautiful?
Yes.
You're beautiful.
I haven't got my beauty permit.
You don't need a beauty permit. You've already got the license.
Cannot compute.
Welcome to the Hare Krishna Hot Take. My name is Prema.
And I'm Narayan.
This is where we talk about whatever's on our mind, whatever's trending, whatever you guys submit to us.
Love those.
Yeah, we've been getting some interesting ones, and this is another one that somebody sent to me. In regards to building wealth based on Krishna conscious philosophy, which I don't know if that really jives with our parampara. With our philosophy at all. Anyway.
So the only thing I know is what is it? There's Vaishyas. So Prabhupada talk about Vaishyas and that they make money. Mm-hmm. How to make money? I never heard.
Yeah.
I only know one thing Prabhupada said about money. But and maybe there's the 4 Vedas, the Artha Shastra, whatever it is.
Yeah.
How do you make money Vedically? Is there income tax? Do we pay GST? Well,
I also think
what's an acceptable amount of extortion?
We also have karma that we're not aware of, so there's no way to guarantee that we would build wealth.
Yeah, but there's still merchants.
Right.
What is the merchant class?
But even them, if they own their own business, they can't guarantee that everyone will come and buy.
There's still a way to do it. Just like a king.
Right.
There's your dharma to be a king, but that doesn't mean you're going to win every war or succeed in every policy or whatever. So we talk about money today, guys. Love money. And you're watching us because you broke. Because if you had money, you would not be watching us because you already have money. So listen up, buttercup. With 2 broke people, we're going to tell you how to make money.
Maybe the rich people who are watching can leave a comment with advice.
I'm telling you, people who have money, it's only people who don't have money that will talk about how to make money. Because people who have money, they're not doing that. Jeff Bezos, money. You'll see Elon Musk, and their advice is follow your dreams.
Yeah.
And just don't give up.
Yeah.
It's
believe in yourself.
Which stock do I invest in?
Yeah.
Where's the gold? What's the price of diamonds in Mongolia or whatever it is? That's what I need to know. So today we're gonna do all that. Are we?
Yeah. I'm down for whatever you want to talk about. And whatever this guy is talking about.
What's this guy? So who's the guy? I don't know. I know nothing, guys. I know nothing.
Hold on, let's pull him up here.
I'm following your lead. I have no idea what we're talking about today. She said, you gotta watch this. I was like, okay.
So this guy is, this devotee, Prabhuji, is called Deathmetalmystic. He's got 32.2k followers.
That's 32.19 more than I got.
Yeah, I know. I still can't crack 1,000. I'm like, come on, man. So, yeah, and he mostly just talks about building your wealth through Krishna consciousness and following the tenets of the Bhagavad Gita to
That's good, right? We
build
like this.
your wealth. But can you? I mean, I guess my question is, can you build?
Does he
wealth?
do Sarvadharma Parichaja and therefore invest in crypto, or is it read the Gita, make your money, and serve it for Krishna, that kind of thing?
I mean, here's the thing. They all say, then you can offer that money to Krishna. And I was like, we know you're not.
No. Well, ain't nobody offering nothing.
The little boy that I talked about a few episodes ago, he's like, when I become a millionaire, I'm going to make sure all the temples have kartals and mridangas. I'm like, temple needs to, pay their mortgage. They don't need any more kartals and mridangas. He's like, that's why I want to be a millionaire. I'm like, bro, you just want to be fancy. You want to show off to your friends. You want to make sure your little girl has a nice engagement ring. Let's just be honest here. You're not buying no kartals and mridangas. Temple doesn't need kartals.
I'll become a millionaire. I'm going to make sure that there's a shoe rack in every temple. Every temple must. That there's bin bags for the prasadam line on the Sunday feast. That's my seva. Offering my money to Krishna.
Yeah. By buying kartals and mridangas. I was like, give me a break, guy. They got to pay the mortgage. Just pay off the temple. Let them just Be free to do other things other than pay mortgage.
So what you got here, girl?
Alright, so here's like this is the first video, this is the video everyone's been sending to me.
Krishna already gave you a 3-step system for wealth, but nobody talks about it. But Prabhu, where is this system in Shastra? Look at Krishna himself. What does he say in Bhagavad Gita? Think of me always, engage in your natural duty, offer the results to me. This is the formula. Spiritualize your work, soul.
Thoughts?
What?
Thoughts?
This is the way to make wealth.
This is what he says.
This is not Krishna saying, keep me as your focus, do what you're supposed to do and offer everything. No, this is how to make wealth.
This is what he just said.
That's it.
Solve problems and serve others. Money isn't material if it's used for Krishna. The more you align your work with Seva, the more you will naturally attract Lakshmi.
I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah.
There's half of me that I accept it, but then I don't dig it.
Yeah.
Because that's not the point of what was being spoken about. Like, this is not the real way to make money. Because if your goal is to make money, then you're obviously not putting Krishna as the focus.
Right.
So if you're putting Krishna as the focus, you don't care if you make the money or not, because
Right.
you're offering the results to Krishna. You don't offer the money to Krishna, you offer the results to Krishna. Actually, you offer everything to Krishna. He owns everything anyways. I'm not mad at it though, it's very vague.
My thing is that I don't believe the Bhagavad Gita teaches you how to make wealth. Like, that's not the purpose.
So he's like extrapolating.
But he's just sort of like, the points are like A, B, C, and he's like J. You know, like,
yeah,
like it's like he's like pulling, so Bhagavad Gita talks about like dharma, right, and doing your duty regardless. You do your duty, even if doing your duty is better. No.
Doing your duty imperfectly is better than doing someone else's dharma perfectly.
Exactly.
Yes.
So to me, when I hear that, it's like, this has nothing to do with wealth. It's about purpose.
But could you say, devil's advocate here, could you say that he's using that as because it's such a general statement, like what is dharma? Dharma is everything, how you work out, how you eat, what you do, where you go.
Yeah.
And he's tailoring that because he's very money minded. So he's using that as an inspiration to be like, and that's where I am because I don't know.
To be like what? You just did
Like, I don't know. I'm trying to get into his mindset.
That's what I'm saying. There's ABC right here in Bhagavad Gita, and then he's like, and then J. And he like brings that over.
Like, it could be like dharma, do your dharma. So what does doing your dharma mean per his perception of this quote? Think of me, do your dharma, offer others. What does that have to do with, like, how, like, what am I supposed to, what is my money dharma? Am I supposed to be in crypto? Am I supposed to be in real estate? Am I supposed to work a 9 to 5? Am I supposed to work at the gas station? Am I supposed to be the prime minister? Like, what is that? How do I know per Krishna what my dharma is financially?
Yeah.
Is there a money dharma? There's money karma.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know what your financial karma is. Like, so that's why I feel like it's improper to say, like, you're going to build your wealth. Because, like,
money is not material if it's used for Krishna. Like, calories don't count on a Sunday. You know? Like, no. If I ate it from your plate, it's not my calories. It's someone else's. I can eat 2 cake. You know? Like, money is not material unless it's used for Krishna. What does that mean? You can really break that down a lot. Right. Like, what does that even mean? Let's see. Does he get into anything further?
No.
Anything else you want to say on that?
I mean, I think that's basically all he said about it, right? Hey, it's Editor Prema here from the future. So we shot this video about 2 months ago, and now I'm editing it up. And I went to go find the videos that we used in our reaction video here, and they have all disappeared. He has dirty deleted the whole thing. Thankfully, we watched it on the speakers on the laptop, so even though you're not able to see anything, you'll be able to hear Death Metal Mystic when he's talking about making money from Krishna consciousness. So either way, there was nothing really to see. He was just walking and talking. Not a big deal. But, so he did delete his reels. There are some reels that he did leave up, and I'm interested to see what the update is and why he deleted his reels. So stay tuned to the end of our video that we're watching now, and we'll do the update. So after we say goodbye, keep watching. Keep watching. We'll do the update. Okay, back to the regularly scheduled program. I uploaded a few.
If you're seeing this video, it's a sign that you need to be buying XRP, especially if you are a bhakti yoga practitioner. Krishna wants you to buy XRP. You know why? Because
wants you to
what's
buy what?
XRP? Girl, security.
Krishna wants you to buy XRP. I'm ready, Krishna. Give me the message! I'm ready!
Buy XRP! What is it? XRP coin is crypto. Bruh. Can devotees please get to work?
You know what?
Stop investing in god crypto. Look. It says right here. Stop. Krishna says himself. It says here, if you think about buying XRP, don't. Stop investing in crypto. Devotee, it's such a lazy, greedy way of devotees making money. They have some life savings that they hustled or their parents' money, and they dump it all on Ethereum or Bitcoin or Dogecoin or whatever the hell it is. And then that's just like a gambling risk to make money so that they don't have to work. Mm-hmm. They don't have to get a job. They don't have to get no education, no skills, no talents, no effort. Just sit, watch a screen go up and down, mint money, and then
Like Bitcoin I know is really big right now, but if you miss the Bitcoin trade, you miss the Bitcoin trade. You know? Like that's the only one that I think is actually doing well and is considered like kind of legitimate. But like Dogecoin, this coin, that coin, like
girl, I invested
Safe Moon, this, that.
I invested in Visa. I did nothing. This was like several years ago. Maybe like I don't know, 6 to 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And I invested in it, and then it went up, and then I had no idea how to cash out. So I was like, okay. Because there's so many restrictions in India about, taking money from Bitcoin and converting into rupees. Then a week later, it went completely downhill. Mm-mm. And since then, I was like, never again. And I haven't seen consistently devotees get involved in crypto. Yeah. Make a quick buck, money, quick thing. Yeah. And then they just completely crashes because they don't know what a pyramid scheme is. They don't know what a Ponzi scheme is. It's mathematically guaranteed to fail. You know what a Ponzi scheme is? What's a Ponzi scheme? Claps for Prema, she's losing her money. Claps for Prema, she's losing her money.
No, the Ponzi scheme is basically, it's that, God, what's that guy's name? He went to jail for like 125 years.
Ponzi.
Yeah.
That's where the scheme comes from.
You know, where you basically taking everybody's money, promising to pay it back, you're investing it in something, you invest it in nothing, you make no money, everybody's bankrupt.
So, yes, but what is it actually? A Ponzi scheme is, hi Prema, invest with me, and by next week, you'll get 50%, I'll give you your $100 back plus 50.
Yeah. So
I take your 100, and then I go to Joe. I say, Joe, I tell him the same thing. He gives me $100. I split it, give you the 50. And then I go find somebody else to pay Joe back, and then I find somebody else to pay the other person back. So it's a mathematical fail. Yeah. Because there's borrowing from Paul to pay Peter, like the old saying. Yeah. So you're taking money from one person to invest in whatever. You're taking from somebody else to pay somebody else, and it starts to change. So that's the pyramid scheme. Whenever you hear of stuff like this, red alert. Yeah. Check ChatGPT. ChatGPT will tell you. The usual rates of returns, if somebody's promising you like 30%, 40%, 60%, 100%, it's not even the banks that want to make money make that much. Legally, at least, anyways. Yeah. You're looking for a 10% to 20% increase, and that too over some time, like 1 month, 150% earnings is not possible. Mathematically, it's not possible. Yeah. And another red flag is, if you invest with me, you'll make some money. But if you bring 5 people in, you will make 5% of however much they make. And if they make more people, they'll make, that's the pyramid scheme. You will make money off of them, which runs off of you, much money off of you, and money off of me. It's just mathematically not possible. Guys, stop investing in crypto.
Can we also say about crypto, there's so many crypto scams these days. If you watch, there's this very well-known YouTuber. You gotta watch this guy. His name is CoffeeZilla. CoffeeZilla is so good. He exposes all these crypto scammers.
Love. I need that because I don't know nothing.
I should send you a link.
I got scammed once. I lost 46,000 rupees. It was so bad. I got scammed to death. And I had a mini heart attack. I had a breakdown on the middle of the road. I was like, oh my God, I was dumb as hell. Greed, my friend. Watch out.
They know how to confuse you, That's the thing. And then you're a smart person, but for some reason they make you give money. But these crypto scams, they'll tell you, okay, you're going to invest in this and it's going to go straight to the moon, right? That's their saying. And so everybody invest. But they have an inner group, okay? And when they see it go up, that inner group will buy or pull out first so that they get all that money. And then when they tell everybody else to pull out, it's already like pennies on the dollar.
Exactly.
Or pennies on pennies on pennies.
Exactly. That's how it... So I have a friend...
And it's so many people that fall for this.
Yes. I had a friend that had this problem literally recently. And, for privacy reasons, I'm not naming names. But, let's just say it was, I don't know, Lakshmi Mataji. Let's call her Lakshmi Mataji. And... she was basically saying that she wanted to invest a certain amount of money and that it was good because devotees back in home country had been doing this for years. And you invest a certain amount of money and within a month, 2 months or whatever, you get your money back plus 50% more. And then you can keep reinvesting. But the thing is that twice a day, you have to log on and you have to make a purchase. So it's basically you're investing, I don't know, $500. That $500 gets converted into crypto. Twice a day, at a fixed time that you cannot miss, what you'll do is you will use that crypto that you bought and converted and you will invest in a trade. And then at the end of the month, you make some money off of that and give your money back. What's actually happening is the people who actually are in the inner circle, they have maybe 10,000 people who are doing this. When 10,000 people get together at a certain time to influence a trade, the inner people make money on that. Because that's a lot of people all saying, yeah, this is going to go up or I'm putting money into it. So the trade goes up or down according to their calculations. They make money on that.
Exactly.
But when too much of this happens...
Then this sells, right? They sell because they've made their money. They know where the peak is. And then everybody else gets nothing. They lose
and if
their
they
money.
get it wrong once, and the trade actually ends up crashing because maybe other scammers are doing the same thing. They're influencing it to go up, somebody else is influencing it to go down, and there's a loss, then 10,000 people make a loss. You have to give the money back. And then it's all crash. Don't fall for it, guys. Let's stop.
Just over the crypto. It's not a good investment.
It's okay. Sell t-shirts on the road. It's an honest living,
It's tangible.
Buy some vegetables and sell them on the street, work with what's there. All this get rich quick, you hear about these Chinese millionaires all the time. They make millionaires, 20 years old millionaire, 16-year-old millionaire, made a building, millionaire. Why? Because Krishna told you to. Because Krishna says your dharma.
This is where I'm saying it's not your dharma to be wealthy. It's not. It's in some people's dharma. It's in their karma to be wealthy for some people.
It can also be in your karma to be broke.
But exactly.
And there's a funny thing about karma. When you are actually thinking of Krishna fully sincerely and you're trying your utmost best, Krishna can cancel your karma. If you have debt karma, Krishna can cancel because Krishna is beyond karma. Karma is in the world of in the realm of the material world. This is the gunas, this is karma, this is past life. Krishna's outside of that. If he wants to, he can make your debt nothing. And that actually can happen. So, why deal with all this crap? Innocent devotees will see this guy with tilak on and telling, buy XRP. What the hell? Let's
because Krishna said so.
That's Buy XRP and shut up. Gita explains real way to make money. Most people don't know it. I guess I don't know it. Let's have a look.
Krishna already gave you a 3-step system for wealth, but most people don't even know about it. Oh, Prabhu, where is this system in Shastra? What does Krishna say to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita? He says, think of me always, Krishna consciousness, engage in your natural duty, your skills, your work, do what you're good at, offer the results to me, seva. So this is the formula. If you naturally just do what you're good at, you align your work with seva, you will naturally attract more Lakshmi into your life, especially if your goal is service to Krishna. Krishna is the source of everything, not your effort, not your intelligence, not your business. It's all coming from Krishna. Now, this is what I've experienced. I've never been more successful since getting on the path of bhakti. So chant Hare Krishna, study your Bhagavad Gita, go from the sources that are parampara, guru parampara, guru parampara. Don't read some, bogus interpretation, of course. And also, I've got a free training on how I went from 0 to 40k a month online, making videos like this, and selling digital products, doing all kinds of different models. So if you want to watch that, it's on. Krishna already gave
There it is. There, I was waiting for the plug. It was so good. It was so cute.
He started with what we saw.
What if that's not my dharma?
Beginning. Yeah.
What if digital products is not my dharma? How do you know what your dharma is?
Exactly.
Check your chart. Know within yourself some introspection.
Yeah.
The way of cultivating knowledge in anything is Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. Right? Shastra is, for example, like do a chart. The knowledge that we get from doing an astrological chart is Shastra. Right? We know from certain texts what is authorized dharma, what is not. We can calculate these things with us, not just in a chart, but in other things, like what is honorable to do, what is dishonorable to do. You go to sadhus to get opinion of seniors around you, and you go to your guru. It can be your parents, it can be your actual guru, people who you have that guru-shishya relationship. This is how you learn. I don't know about this one.
But I could make a digital marketplace and sell.
If you follow his.
Make 40k in a month. And
I don't mind.
success does not equal wealth.
Yeah. Wealth equals wealth.
Yeah. Wealth is something different. This has nothing to do with it. It's just
the Bhagavad Gita, a real way.
That was the first one.
I think he just saw that quote and then he just loved it and went with it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, think of me. What is that? What is that quote?
Think of me, become my devotee, always engaged in my service.
Yeah. I'm sure Prabhupada got something to say about it. Oh, man.
Yeah.
We're going to pause.
Success does not equal... Success doesn't... Even, when we're talking about, spirituality, success, it's very much 1 + 1 = 1 in the spiritual world. Success doesn't always equal success. Sometimes success is, failure, materialistically.
You should always think of me in the form of Krishna. And at the same time... Did they edit that?
Right? Something about it is looking a little jank.
So old.
You put a little stank on it,
Therefore, Krishna, you should always think of me in the form of Krishna. What is the translation? And at the same time, carry out prescribed duty of fighting. With your activities dedicated to me and your mind attention fixed on me, you will attain me without doubt.
You will attain me without doubt, not you will attain Lakshmi without doubt.
Ooh, period. Facts. No printer.
That's the goal. See, this is what I'm saying. The goal is not wealth. The wealth is like a side effect. Maybe, sometimes. And success in spiritual life doesn't always equal success in material life.
Look at Prabhupada, always coming in. Although living entities belong to the marginal energy of the Supreme Lord, they are in material contamination. They think themselves enjoyers, but they are not the supreme enjoyer. Here it is clearly stated that the supreme enjoyer is the supreme personality of Godhead in its different manifestations as Narayana, Vasudeva, etc. The devotee can constantly think of the object of worship, Krishna, by chanting Hare Krishna. This practice will purify him. We are not the enjoyers. Why we forget this? We're not here to have a good time. We're not here to enjoy wealth. We're not here to enjoy success and have success. That's not the point.
Yeah.
We're here to remember who is the one who's supposed to be enjoying and who's the one giving the enjoyment. I think people think about that relationship with Krishna like a master and servant. And it just clicked into my head that it's more like inviting a guest and being the host. You're inviting Krishna to your house. You have the pleasure of hosting him, of feeding him, of putting the garland when he comes in the door. You've cooked a nice feast for him. You'll put on a little song, a little dance. You'll play some games. Not like, I have my foot on you. I am the enjoyer.
Yeah.
And you are my servant slave, and you are to be enjoyed. And I am God, and you are nothing, so shut up. And why do people think like that? Because that's what they would do in that position. That's why people have a problem surrendering to Krishna. Because they think that surrender means that. And the funny thing is, if you don't surrender to Krishna, there's somebody else who's going to come along and put their foot on you. Karma, Maya, the gunas, material energy, your past life reactions, your own ignorance. So, might as well surrender to Krishna happily. Sorry, just had to have a rant.
No, that was good. That was good.
Cracked out energy today, y'all. I'm telling you.
I like it. I was just about to say, but I didn't want to be like encouraging anything, but I was like, cracked out Narayan.
Cracked out Narayan is here to play and slay and stay. That was good. I like that. Can you put that in a little banner? Cracked out Narayan is here to play and slay and stay. So that's what we got, guys. What else about money?
Yeah, so that's
I
like
love
the
talking
nature.
about money. I need money. Give me money, y'all. I need money. I need $1, baby. $1's what I need. You don't know that one?
No.
I need $1, baby. $1's what I need. I need more than $1, but I ain't gonna say no. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. What else we looking at today, Prema?
So he's got some other video. There was one in particular I'm looking for. Let's see if it pops up.
You want to serve Krishna, but you're stuck in a system that trained you to serve everything else first.
So far,
I know
so
that
good.
sounds intense, but it's not your fault. You were just never shown the real path. From the time you were a kid,
The three-step
conditioned
process.
you for wage life. Get the degree, take the job, feed the machine. Not once did they teach you how to align your work with Dharma. They called it normal, but for a devotee...
Hold on. Can I say, like, I can't speak for Mayapur education.
I can.
But I know, like, for me, like, growing up in America and having an American education, from, like, 9th grade, they're like, okay, you're going to take all these tests, and you're going to find out, like, what you're good at and what college you can go to or what you're meant to do after you finish. And it's like this from 9th grade on, you know? Constantly, like, what are you going to do? Who are you going to be? Like, think about your talents. Think about your... all kinds of stuff that build you up to, like, by the time you get to graduate. And even then, like, you know, whatever you go to university for is not always, like, what you end up doing in your life. You could even change while you're in university. So, to me, I didn't really... for me, this didn't really apply. But, I mean, maybe other people... because I know, sorry, but here in Mayapur, they don't care. Like, once you graduate.
No, they don't. I mean, I understand the point he was making for that angle, which is like, you know, you're taught that you go to high school, you finish high school, you get a degree, you get a degree, you get a job, you get a job.
Yeah.
Like, it's more like what you're meant to do rather than fulfilling a purpose.
Yeah.
And that's what Dharma is. Dharma is what you're meant to do plus some type of fulfillment to society for you.
Yeah.
It's not just schlep a job and make a buck. Dharma is something that is naturally inherent in you that aligns with who you are as a person, as a soul. And I kind of get what he's saying too, because there's a flip side. Like in Mayapur at least, obviously Mayapur, we've got a long ways to go. Like, we kind of have to stop knocking Mayapur so hard because this is a spiritual place. This isn't a big metropolis. We should be there, honestly. So yes, it is a knock, but you know, it's true. They don't have career coaching here. You finish, I mean, we don't have a university. We have high school. They don't really prepare you for university. I did everything on my own. I graduated, and then I went and looked out for universities. I had to find out what I wanted to do. I went to the universities. I went to the UK, but when I was applying for uni in UK, I had to go through 200 different universities. If there was like a tailored system, especially when you're a post-teenager, you know, it's like 19, 20, you know what I mean? Like, I was the tail end of that. It's a lot of pressure. What am I going to do? What am I going to lock in with my life? I don't know if I'll like it. You know, it helps to have that guidance, but it can go the other way as well. Like in Japan, in Korea, you are sorted from high school by grades. You can't deviate from that. You can't choose what school you want to go to.
Yeah.
You have to follow the sheep, so to speak. You know what I mean?
I can't imagine though, like from like 8th grade, right? They're like, okay, you're gonna do this, and this is just the trajectory of your life, without being able to move into something else.
At one point in Smiths, they were doing streams as well. I hate streams. You know what streams is?
What is it?
Streams is like, you do like the STEM stream, which is like maths, technology, IT, chemistry, or you do like English, humanities, like they make streams. Back in my day, you just picked whatever you wanted to study, study that and do the paper and get your credits.
Yeah.
But the way the world is now, like, you know, if you want to study physics, you got to do math as well. If you want to do math, if you want to become, I guess now the requirements are becoming a little bit higher, you know, like if you need math as a basic requirement, but if you want to get into, like, if you want to be a pilot or whatever, you need to study math, you need to study chemistry, you need to study physics. So they have streams for that. I don't know, it's all a very complicated mess. Sorry, your point on Dharma.
That was the point, though, is that I didn't quite relate to what he said, but I couldn't speak for other people.
Let's see what his conclusion is. 3-step process.
You weren't meant to build someone else's empire. You were meant to reclaim your own and offer it to Krishna. That's not hustle, that's savor. Krishna says, better to fail at your own dharma than succeed at someone else's. So, stop outsourcing your life. You want to serve Krishna, but you're stuck in a system that...
Catchy, I like it. Stop outsourcing your life. I like that.
We grew up thinking to pay taxes to the government was noble, that jobs were security, that compliance was the price of peace. But what if this was all designed to keep your hands too busy for Krishna? They made obedience...
So, like, I don't see what the problem is with paying taxes. And he's got a couple videos like this where it's like, they want you to pay taxes. I'm like, well, I like roads.
Yes, but in certain countries... Oh, we're going to talk about tax. We don't talk about tax. Like, it is already stated in Bhagavatam, 12th canto. It's like the doomsday book, you know, where taxes become ever increasing, which is government's basically, you know, daylight robbery.
Yeah.
They take more and more and more, and it forces people towards the middle or end of Kali Yuga or wherever to flee to the forests. They have to live in the forest because living in the city, you're tax. The amount of taxes people have to pay is insane. You have to pay tax for money that you already make. You have to pay tax on your house, property tax. If somebody dies and you inherit a house or whatever, government takes inheritance tax. There's a stamp duty tax. You have to pay VAT or GST, you know, for goods that you buy. And it all gets passed to the consumer.
Yeah.
And then
there's also the state tax.
State tax, registration tax, fees, charges, applicable liens, you know.
Sales taxes.
Tax.
On everything.
Right? At one point, there was even a sugar tax, you know, back in the English days, you know, or tea tax. Right? Didn't America, I mean, I'm an American, I should know this, but didn't they rebel because they increased the price of sugar or tea some certain amount? I think I saw that as a meme somewhere on Facebook or Insta once upon a time. You know, and they just rebelled and became their own independent country because the tax from the crown was too high, the sugar tax or the tea tax or something.
Tea tax.
And we're here paying 20% on a certain bracket of our income, another 30%, 40%. Like, let's tax the millionaires, you know? That's one that I really hate. Leave the millionaires alone, you know? So what if you was born in a rich family? You wish you were born in a rich family. You wish that you could be a millionaire. Why take it from the rich people? You should be, if it's a democratic government, voting so that we can lower taxes and get people in there that will do all that. Yeah. But it's not that I disagree with paying taxes. Like, you know, if you're living in a country, you should pay taxes, and that government should be putting that money into roads, lights, hospitals, greenery, trees, waterworks, electric works, that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Does it happen?
No.
There's your answer. We have roads here that are full of potholes. Every time I drive on them, I get triggered. Because at least local government here, Panchayat or whatever, they have seasons for doing road fixing. They never do it in rainy season because it's too rainy and wet and there's holes. So we have to wait 4 to 6 months of terrible road conditions. And then in the winter, at some point, usually they don't fix it at all, but it's usually once a year, and then they'll do a really big redevelopment when it's an election year. They'll do the road, they'll pave the road with like this much. And it will break again by the next year.
Yeah.
If you look at Japan, if you look at Korea, Malaysia, whatever, why not spend the money to build a road that doesn't break down in the winter? It's literally just a structural thing.
Yeah.
So, why do you pay tax for that? They'll come and they'll collect the tax from you.
And I always wonder that about Minnesota too, because Minnesota, you know, we have winter, like very harsh winters. Everybody has to put salt on the roads, you know, but it gets on the car and it rusts the car.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because salt.
Because it's salt. So they put the salt on the road to melt all the snow, and then it creates like these big holes in the road. So the summer comes and everyone's falling into potholes all over the road. And then they patch it again. Then winter comes, you know, and it's just like this cycle. I'm like, it's been like 200 years of independence. We haven't figured out a solution.
Well, when you were driving wooden horse-drawn carriages, salt one problem. Of course, back then you had to pay like $100 for a bag of salt, you know, or whatever, you know, like.
So it was just like, I always wonder that every summer I go, like, there's massive potholes, and you see all the construction crew there patching up the potholes, and then then you come back again the next year, and it's the same issue. I'm like, there's no way to really like permanently fix this.
No.
I guess not.
How do they do it in Japan? I love Japan. What's the opposite of racist? Like, I'm pro Japan, Korea. Like, I'm obsessed.
Cultural appreciation.
Like, plus premium or whatever. You know what I mean? They're doing it so right. On a material way. You know what I mean? Everything is clean. So darn clean. Everything is taken care of. And it snows in Japan, too. How do they take care of those? They don't got no potholes.
I don't know.
How do they do it?
Why are we suffering over here?
In America, don't they have those little shovel car thingies? The red ones, I see them.
Where they
like these little. Yeah.
Yeah, we got those.
So?
But you also got to put the salt down.
Why?
Because it's very slippery.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, this is not enough.
Oh, it's not enough.
It's not enough.
So your car will like slip and slide on like sleet or whatever. Especially on an incline.
Black ice, yeah.
Ooh. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
What else we got here?
I don't know. He just like talked about taxes. I was like, I have no issue with paying taxes. Like,
now you do.
No, I mean, I still don't. It is what it is. It's my duty as a citizen, I guess.
You're a goody. You'll pay taxes just because you wanna. Like, there are provisions. I did tax law. I excelled in tax law. I love tax law. So it sounds super boring, but it's a little bit like a sneaky game. Because yes, you do have to pay your taxes. Let's say you make $100,000 a year, you got to pay 20% of that, sure. But the fun part of tax is that it is perfectly legal to kind of reduce that amount that you owe. And the government's not dumb. there are tax laws upon tax laws upon tax laws. That's the fun part of tax, is that there's so many rules, they're all legal. But if you go through them, you end up never having to pay tax. There's a provision where if you pay $1,000, towards a charity, you get double that off your taxes. Stuff like that. You go to an accountant, they'll know more. But if you just pay tax because you like paying it off, 20% off, then you're just being goody-goody for nothing.
Yeah.
You gotta hustle your money, because if not, somebody will take it. Somebody will take it. The government for sure will take it. They're not saying nothing. They've got all the rules. Nobody wants to think about tax. They don't teach you how to do all that in high school, college, or whatever, unless you want to become an accountant, a chartered accountant or something like that. You gotta hustle your money. You gotta be smart about it too. If that's Lakshmi Devi that you're thinking about, if it's Krishna's money that you're thinking about, don't waste it like I do. What else you got?
This look like dharma. Guilt feel like gratitude. But real bhakti starts when you stop tithing to a system that doesn't care if you forget Krishna. We're not here to fund their world. We're here to build a new one. One where dharma creates freedom, not dependence. Krishna says, offer your work to me. That's the real tax we pay. With love, not fear. We grew up thinking to pay taxes to the government.
It's like the same one-liner.
That jobs
Where he said something.
That compliance was the price of peace. But what? Compliance
is the price. That's the one that got me.
Yeah. He's like very poetic.
Yes, but in
like
a very Don Quixotic, sort of rebel with like some weird cause type of way. It's like they taught you to believe jobs were security. Excuse me?
Okay, but
job is a security.
I do get paid every...
You get money so you can pay your rent, you have a place to live. It doesn't matter that the dollar is not backed by gold. It doesn't matter that, the inflation of the dollar. You're getting, it doesn't matter that the dollar is made out of paper or whatever. It's money that you can pay to eat, to live, to clothe yourself, to do the things that you want to do. A job, yes, it is security, right? Security. And then what? Compliance is the price of peace. Yes, compliance is the price of peace. You're telling me that a society that is... So what we're trying to say is, for a peaceful society, compliance is like, going to be problematic to that. No. A peaceful society is one that is compliant. Everyone is following the rules. Everyone is getting along. Everyone follows their own path.
And everybody get paid.
Everybody get paid. Everybody make money. Everybody having a good time.
Yeah.
It's the rebels to say no and no and no and no. That everyone is complaining. And that's where the non-compliance creates an, anarchic society. That bothers me. This bothers me. For those of you who are philosophy students, I'll tell you one thing. You can correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm sure ChatGPT will, but to summarize, was it Socrates, I think, who was talking about different forms of government, monarchy, aristocracy, and all that. And he said all three have their own curses, and they become really problematic Pokemon later on, Monarchy...
He said exactly that.
Exactly. He said
problematic
that.
Pokemon.
In ancient Greek, he said problematic Pokemon, right? He said that monarchy ultimately ends up becoming tyranny. The monarch, when he becomes corrupted, he becomes a tyrant. He said aristocracy becomes, what's the one? Aristocracy becomes, not oligarchy or something like that. And he said democracy becomes autocracia. I remember my grandfather telling me this, which is the government of the miserable. Which means you have a democratic government where everyone votes, and I choose, and I vote for this person, I vote for this president, I vote, I want. You end up having a government where everyone's complaining all the time because everyone thinks they have a say, everyone have a vote. There's no compliance. I'm not happy with this person, vote him out. I want this person in to fulfill my goals, vote him in. Compliance is the price of peace. When everyone is compliant, then you actually have something to work with. Aristotle. Democracy degenerates into the rule of the poor and miserable. It is a paraphrase or interpretation, not a direct translation from ancient Greek. He discusses democracy, blah, blah, blah. Aristotle writes that democracy can lead to demagoguery. What's a demagogue? A demagogue is somebody who's very good at speaking. Somebody who can charm the masses with his expert ability to juggle words and expert ability to deliver whatever, false promises or whatever. Ochlocratia. The rule of the mob. Ochlocratia. That's a hard one to say. Learn a new word. Ochlocratia. Ochlocracy. It's the rule of the mob, the rule of the masses. Sorry, just a little politics, info for y'all today. A government, democracy turns into ochlocracy. Ochlocracy, which is a government ruled by the mob, by the masses, by the miserable. Anything else you want to add to that?
That's interesting.
And then, he said, basically, those were along the lines. So if everyone's always unhappy all the time and not complying or a uniform mindset, smaller countries, you'll find they may not have the most money, the most development, but they actually end up having a more uniform way of life, even if they're not most technically advanced, because the smaller the country is, the more people are kind of similar in thought and range. Mm-hmm. Just some little politics facts. Anything else? Oh, are we continuing, or did we finish it?
We finished this already. But yeah, it got me on the tax thing. That's why I pulled that one up, because it was like I'm not saying that I agree with all taxes. Yeah. But I do agree with being a law-abiding citizen. Like along the lines of
to a government that is also law-abiding in itself.
Yeah.
Simply making something legal.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it a law-abiding citizen. You know what I mean? Like, I guess that's his point. Rebel against the bad, but you gotta juggle that fine line.
See what I'm saying? Like, I would love my tax money to go toward things that I'm passionate about. Like schools, better roads, better arts, like museums and parks, and that
kind of stuff.
I would love that.
Happen.
But
it happens in Malaysia.
Exactly. But it doesn't happen. But that doesn't mean I don't pay my tax.
I'm telling you guys, let me keep it very simple. The only reason you should pay your taxes is to get that retirement money. When you're 68 and you don't have no more teeth or nothing, they'll give you money every month. You don't gotta work. You have to pay taxes for 10 years. That's the usual standard period. Before that is the only reason you should pay taxes, so that you can make retirement money. All this, I'm gonna be a law-abiding citizen, so I can build parks and flowers. Like, girl, get out of here with that. They ain't gonna do nothing. They're gonna take your money. You're gonna spend it in Monaco.
Yeah.
On strippers and booze. Like, that's all they're gonna do.
It all goes toward like the military.
Bombs.
Basically. They just spend it on military stuff.
They spend it on military.
Yeah.
They raise the taxes so high and America's still in debt.
Yeah.
How? Nah. Don't pay taxes, guys.
Pay your taxes. Be a good citizen.
Get your retirement. Retirement.
Yeah.
Trust me, at 60, already in our gen, working is already hard enough as it is. Just to find an online job seems to be like climbing the mountain of mountains. So imagine when you're 65 and all you can do is learn how to use ChatGPT, because you ain't going to learn how to do nothing else. The same way that our old people, they don't know how to take a screenshot on their phone and send a WhatsApp picture. So better get your retirement. You get money, and then you can go and take pictures in Bali or whatever it is,
I don't remember what this was about, but I just like that it was in the dark.
Okay, let's see.
Spreadsheets and bouts of paychecks, but what if your boss is just a priest for a dead religion? I know that sounds...
You see, it's very poetic.
In a very outre-inflammatory way. Your boss is a priest for a dead religion. Bruh, why you doing the most?
Wow, but listen, you think blending in is safe, but every minute spent in that wage temple is a burnt offering to the wrong deity. Devotees don't obey the economy. They smuggle
what?
wealth out of it and reroute it to Krishna. I used to think online business was for tech bros and hustlers. Now I see it as my escape fund from Babylon. Krishna said, whatever you offer, give it to me, not the tax office.
Again with the taxes!
Like,
do you see
I think he's just like,
what's the
you know what I
problem with
think happened?
taxes?
You know what I think happened? I think he never paid his taxes, and he was making all this Bitcoin money, and the government was like, yo, I be seeing like some $50,000 going onto your account. You got to pay at least some tax on that. You got a big fat bill from the government, and now he's all like,
no taxes!
the priests of the dead religion want to smuggle the money out, and the tax office. And I'm going to tell you how to do it. It's a 3-step process, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. You remember me, and you think of me, and you offer me. And invest in XRP. Like, what is this madness? Devotees don't feed the economy. You mad? You mad, bruh? You're making me mad.
I know, you were on board in the beginning, and now toward the end, it's like, what is happening? You see, he's living in the forest now. That's why all these videos are outside. He started in an office. He's made his way out.
I saw too much with my eyes, so I need to take a break. I will be wearing sunglasses for the rest of this episode because my eyes hurt. Reading all that blanding nonsense.
Yeah, he just kind of keeps going on.
I'll keep going. Tell you, there's so many crazies, guys. It's not that difficult. Why are we complicating it?
Yeah.
It's so easy. Just work an honest job and wait, be a little patient. That's it. It's not that difficult. Trust me, it works. It works. I wish I could see the results in my own life, but it works. I'm getting so complicated. The economy is a false god. Bye.
Don't pay tax!
Don't pay taxes to the priests of the dead religion of money and economy. But better make your money to attract Lakshmi Devi. You know? Like, bah. Tell me, I'm sorry.
Thoughts on
You were
deathmetalmystic?
hypnotized to salute spreadsheets. I want to see one damn person tell me they salute a spreadsheet.
I've never met a person that enjoyed an Excel spreadsheet.
You show me a spreadsheet, I'll go, ah! Like, I'll run away, like, in fear. And I say it on my resume that I know, but I don't know. No one knows how to use Microsoft Excel. Nobody, and even they can learn it for free. There's like YouTube video, like learn Excel, become a master in 7 days. None of us take it. No one wants to deal with spreadsheets. It's a nightmare. Who is here saying, Excel sheet, I salute thee? No one. You are hypnotized to salute spreadsheets.
And bound to paychecks.
Now that it got right though.
I do drop it for the money.
I drop it.
I do drop it for
I
the
throw
money.
bet. I throw bet for paycheck. I do it. I do it. I'm a money hoe. Yes. If you're paying my bills, money talk, BS walk.
Exactly.
You know? So what? You're supposed to give me a paycheck for like $650. And I'm supposed to be like,
I'm not bowing to you.
I'm not
you know, like,
like, get out of here. I don't want your money. I don't bow to no dead religion, your spreadsheets, and your corporate culture. Me, I'll be like, yes, Prabhu. Anything else I can do? Thank you. You know? You know? Yeah, wake up, guys. I'm tired of this.
I always tell people at my age, I'm like, you know, let me tell you something. There's nothing more beautiful than money.
Yeah.
I have to tell you.
Love money.
When I get that money, I'm sorry, I know that doesn't sound devotional, but when I get that money.
That money, though. That money, it just warms the cockles of your heart.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, ah.
I'm like, don't
I
worry
can
about
have pizza again
don't worry
without
about
guilt.
Don't worry about getting a man. Don't worry about
No.
getting a woman. Just worry about getting that money.
Get that money. Get that
the
money.
money.
What is it? You want that Dhanam? You want that Janam? You want that Sundarim?
It just, you could do everything with money.
Yes. Including offering it to Krishna.
Yeah, I can buy kartals and redundas for all the temples. How many many temples can have kartals and mridungas because of me? You know?
Wow. Got a little money.
I think as devotees we're told like not to worship money, don't think about money, offer all.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Prabhupada said, be rich, be wealthy, but don't let that become your obsession with grabbing money. Offer it for Krishna in the sense of, like, look at what's his name, who did a Bhagavan, who set up Mayapur's internet system. He making money, but he made money developing the infrastructure of Mayapur for the devotees so that we don't have to rely on outside providers. Now, whether you agree with his internet connection or not, that's the idea, You buy land and you make money off of land so that the devotees can grow their own vegetables. We don't have to buy at crazy prices from anywhere else. We make our own clothes. It's kind of, we're getting into a little bit semi-hippie culture type vibe, like living off the grid. We do our own thing. We cultivate our own thing. Make money. What's wrong with making money? There's nothing wrong with making money.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with making money. I think, but there is like an inherent guilt as a devotee.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's no absolute.
Shouldn't be.
I just came on here and said there's nothing more beautiful and delicious than making money. I just said that. So like, all I'm saying is there is this inherent tendency. I'm speaking to the people out there who have told me personally. I remember when we were building our house, and we're standing there on the roof. This was 12 years ago, and my husband is like, "This feels wrong." And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, to have a house, to own a house, to live in a house. I'm like, you're a grihasta, you have a family. Like,
Griha.
Yeah.
The hint is in the first two syllables.
But his brahmachari training was like kicking in, and it does that to him sometimes. Like, I don't know what they told this man, but he's just like, he got in this weird mindset of like, I shouldn't be having this. I shouldn't have a house. Why am I feel very materialistic right now, having to worry about the house and focus on the house and building
He's not
the house,
wrong. I can understand it. You know what I mean? Like, for spiritual life, it kind of reveals a little bit the mentality, but it's kind of like when you're a brahmachari and you've been taught that, you give up your material attachments. And what is a material attachment? A material attachment is something that you're yearning for. Yeah. To live a life that's very simple. You're living in an ashram, you're reading books, so you're taking prasadam with other brahmacharis, you're cooking, you're cleaning the toilets, like you're waking up in the morning, going Mangalari, to then go to like a life of, it looks like a life of luxury.
Yeah.
But like they have that thing where like, they have like old money and new money. Old money will wear very simple clothes, good quality but simple. New money will have their Gucci belt and like their, blinged out diamonds all encrusted on their eyebrows or whatever, like. It's kind of like, what approach do you have to money? Is it just facilitating your service, or is it becoming the image that you want to project that, look at me, I got money?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so that can be a bit scary when you're not used to it.
Especially, I think, because we were like in the throes of building the house. So your brain is like very like house conscious.
Yeah.
So it's like, how many bricks do I put on a wall, and how much cement do we put between it? So it's like, it's a little bit anti-Krishna conscious at that moment, but it's like,
No, it's not. It's a math.
But do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Like in that moment, it can be very, very overwhelming. Like, especially if you've never been like a materialistic person, which he's really not.
How is that materialistic? Like, I find that.
But like, again, like I said, like sometimes that training kicks in,
To like be worried about the house instead of being worried about your rounds.
Exactly. You're in Mayapur and you're like not going to the temple because you're waiting for the laborer to come in at the same time, that kind of stuff. So like, there was that moment, and then I was just like, this is just temporary, and then we'll have a house to live in,
Yes. We'll have a family, we'll have an altar room, we'll invite devotees.
Exactly.
You're a brahmachari living in an ashram. It's also just as spiritual to have a beautiful house where you can invite different families together for kirtan nights, for prasadam night. It depends. That's how you use it for Krishna, like use your wealth for Krishna,
So, I think that kind of kicks in sometimes with devotees where it's like, oh, am I supposed to be making money? Is it okay to be making money? And I'm like, yes.
Make the money.
Make the money.
Because then you will be happy, and then you can finally start doing Krishna consciousness honestly.
Yeah.
Because you would tell us, no, I don't want money, but you want the money, and that's getting in the way of you actually serving properly because you just think about the money.
Yeah.
Make that.
You can do so much service with money.
Yeah.
Like when I started making money, like during COVID, I have never done more service that was gratifying to me, like in that moment, than when I was like, oh, you just need like $100 to feed like 2,000 villagers? Here you go. Take it. That's nothing.
Take 2 for next week. You know what I mean? Like,
here, I'll do it in my daughter's name.
I would love
here,
to do that.
It.
That's one of my dreams, to make money. Here's Khichdi.
Yeah.
Let's sponsor a feast. Let's, like the DDs need new clothes.
Yeah.
I would love to be like Krishna's sugar daddy.
Like, could you imagine though, like being able to do that? Like, there's a balance, right? It's not that we're giving kartals and mridungas to the temple, right?
Yeah.
And we're not just like swimming in diamonds in our giant mansion.
Yet.
No, but
Always leave the door
what I'm
open.
saying, like, we're not totally like sense gratifying, and we're not like totally like doing these little artificial things.
Yes,
that mean
we're
nothing.
somewhere in the middle,
We're
like
somewhere
every
where we
average
say,
Joe.
Here, I'm gonna pay the temple mortgage this month.
Yeah.
Here, I'm
I'll
sponsoring
donate
Khichdi for 1,000 villages or whatever.
Take $200 towards this.
Yeah.
You
don't have to think about it. It doesn't make like a dent in your pocket.
Yeah.
And it helps so many people. It's wonderful. It's a wonder. Or your family needs something and you just go, here, take it. And you can serve your family who served you for so long. It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
I hope you know this quote because I've been wanting to talk about this and I can't find it. But was it Prabhupada or Bhaktivinoda Thakur or Saraswati Thakur? I don't know who it was. But they were saying like the demonic mentality thinks philanthropically. Not those words, but he was saying the example of, the demon thinks I'll come to Mayapur or some dham, I'll give lots of money for charitable projects and go.
Yeah.
And I remember reading that thinking, oh my God, isn't that such a good thing? Because that's what I wanted. I was like, oh my God, what if I'm a demon? Did you ever read that quote?
I've never read that.
Oh my God, it was just like, I can't remember if it was, and it felt old-timey. I think it was Bhaktivinoda Thakur or Saraswati Thakur. But it was that quote that the demonic mentality comes to the holy place, does philanthropic things and goes. And that kind of always scared me because I always wanted to do philanthropic. I love Mayapur. I want to throw money. You give me $1 million, I will dump it in Mayapur. You know what I mean? Like, I want the roads, I want the schools. We talked about this in the other video. But then, like, what if that's also a very Rajaguna or demonic mentality of thinking I'm going to come and be the Lord and Master, throw some money everywhere? No. It got me a little bit on a Debbie Downer. I was like,
No, I think it depends on your mentality, though. You're not like on a palanquin and the people are carrying you and you're just like,
money!
Everybody!
Money!
And all the little children are like, yay! It's like, it's an act of service, I'm not going to come in here with my millions of dollars and I see like the temple is struggling or devotees struggling and I go, well, good luck with that. And I walk away.
Yeah.
That's
But is it like,
crazy.
do I really want to serve Krishna or do I want to enjoy the fact that I'm giving money? Because, if I want to serve Krishna, why do I got to be a millionaire? Go string some flowers in the temple. I won't.
We do. Like when serving Krishna is not dependent on whether or not you have money.
True.
But having money is great.
Having money is great. That's the bottom line.
I see what you're saying. Like, maybe I'm gratifying my senses by, like, giving.
Enjoying the position of being the money giver.
Yes.
I think, if any of you know the quote, please help me find it, because I cannot remember for the life of me where I read it. But it was that line that was like, comes in, does philanthropic deeds, and it was a very, it was frowned upon by the acharyas, you know what I mean? Or that particular acharya. I can't remember if it was Prabhupada.
It sounds so Bhaktisiddhanta.
It sounds so Bhaktisiddhanta, right?
It sounds
so Bhaktisiddhanta or Saraswati Thakur. One of those two. It's. I'm sure it wasn't Prabhupada.
No.
Srila Prabhupada. I'm sure.
Prabhupada is like, give me your money.
Yeah, give me your money.
I'll invest it.
Yes, So I think it was there. If any of you know, please help me out because I remember that line. I would love context. I read it so long ago. I hope I'm not misremembering, but that always felt me with a little bit of guilt, you know what I mean? Like, to want to have money so I can give it to Krishna. It's like, no, that's not the tude. You know, that's not the attitude. So those are thoughts for today.
I think so.
Right? You guys, please let us know. Oh.
Invest in the S&P 500. There you go. That's your money advice.
S&P 500.
S&P 500. If you're going to invest in any stock, S&P 500.
S&P 500 is good. And I would say silver. Invest in
Silver?
Yes. Not gold. And you invest in silver because it's a stable, it's never going to go down. Right? It fluctuates, but it fluctuates up. And it fluctuates in a lot wider margins than gold. So when you invest in silver, you know, the rates of return are actually way higher than you were to invest in gold. Even though gold is super safe, silver's also safe. You're not going to wake up in 5 years and the price of silver is going to be 2 rupees a kilo. Never, never, never. It's going to keep going up the way it has been going up for centuries. So silver, I think my father used to tell me this. There are like 3 authorized investments. Gold, land, and cows. These are 3 things whose value does not go down over time. And with gold, you can basically extrapolate precious metals. You know, land was you're never gonna wake up and land's gonna be the way it was in the 90s.
Every millionaire is like,
Never.
land is a great investment.
Land is always a great investment.
Yeah.
You know, it's not as liquid, but it's definitely solid. And cows also, you can make a buck from cows. Let me tell you. Milk, butter, cow, ghee, like that's money you can make quick. Everyone need milk except the vegans.
Well, as long as it's ethical, right?
No, vegans won't touch it.
Even if it's ethical?
There's some crazy vegans out there. There's ethical vegans who are like, okay, I'll take the milk or whatever, the honey or whatever, if it's ahimsa or this or that or the other. And then there's vegans that the very concept, they go into that whole nonsense yarn about, oh, but because as human evolutionary, we do not drink the milk, therefore, and all that, you know, that becomes a whole other. Anyways, but everybody else, you make money on cows. So that's it.
True.
That's it.
True. And if it's too good to be true, it probably is.
It probably is.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do the crypto, don't do the Ponzi scheme.
There was a thing going around in Mayapur, like, it was like a decade at this point, where everybody was investing in this thing where you give money and in 6 months they double it. All those people lost money. All of them. My husband was like, should I do it? And I was like, absolutely not.
Don't you dare.
Absolutely not.
I would have done it.
They all lost their money.
Lost their money. Then there was the whole mining for diamonds in South Africa. Or mining for gold in Kenya, something like that. You know, invest some money so that we can fund the expedition because it's a open mine. So you fund the people and they make the diamonds for you. And however much, then it sounds so lame. Like, it doesn't even sound like a polished scam. It's like, give me money because I'm going to the moon and I'm coming back from the moon. I'll give you fresh moonstone, promise. Okay, then you deserve to let your money go, man. Bye.
Yeah, that sounds crazy. You can also give us money and I will invest it in...
I will not invest. I'll just take straight up
YouTube
take
channel. I need lots of new equipment.
Yes. We need a mic.
We need a mic. We need a new laptop. We need so many things.
Yep.
I'm going to start a GoFundMe.
Oh my God, start a GoFundMe. That would be so good.
Or like, you know what, or not a GoFundMe, but I want to do like a Patreon so people can give monthly and we'll do like extra content. Hey guys, Editor Prema here from the future. Just letting you know that we opened up a Ko-Fi whatever it is, account. In case you want to give a donation to help us out, or you're interested in paying a little extra to get some more content from us, but that will be open in January. So more about that later.
Okay.
You know?
OnlyFans.
He'll do OnlyFans. I was going to just react to movies, but okay. I thought we would watch a movie together.
You know, we can do like product reviews
we'll watch
in Mayapur.
a movie in our underwear. How about that?
Hey.
It's a happy medium.
There you go. $50. Not a cent less.
And be like the most randomest, creepiest person. I'll be like, I don't want to do this anymore. Take your 50 back.
50 per year, huh? We gotta start small.
Per month.
per year.
Per year to be in your underwear?
It's like $4.
You don't want to see me in my underwear.
No.
You definitely don't.
No. Just, instead of all that, just give us the money. Let's just cut straight to the chase.
Yeah.
Give us the donation. I love that. It's such an ISKCON word. A donation. And Krishna's telling you on Bhagavad Gita
to invest in dumb good production.
That's right.
That's what it's saying. That
DGP, not XRP. Like,
should we start a crypto coin?
How do you do that?
I don't know. Can you just type it in somewhere and then they're like, okay.
It's like Prema coin.
Yeah, like
on one side DGP. And then Narayan on the other side. You have heads and tails.
Or what was that other thing that everyone was investing in?
Ethereum?
No, the
Dogecoin?
NFT.
Oh.
Remember NFT was like big for a little while a few years ago?
Yeah, I'm sure it's
dead. And
dead.
It's literally nothing. Like, if you're getting fooled by NFT, you deserve to have your money taken.
Yeah, even I was like, I'm buying a picture online. It's like, wow.
What is that?
Wow, you must think I'm extra dumb. You must think I was like a manufacturing defect from the factory. Like, there's no way I'm paying like what, $50, $100. There's people paying like $100,000 for an NFT.
Yeah.
I'm like, you must be joking. Bye.
Crazy.
All right, guys, that's all we've got time for today. Thank you so much, everybody, for being with us and going on this merry-go-lucky ride on our little financial travels and financial dharma. Feel free to leave us a comment if there's anything you'd like to share. Please like and subscribe on our channel. Anything else you want to add?
Check out the description box below, of course, to find out all the ways that you can support us. Be good to each other and be good to yourselves.
And thank you for being
damn good. Bye.
Bye.
Editor Prema here. Welcome to the update section of this video. So I'm going to put up my screen recording here. You can see that he's deleted all of his reels except for the one that hit 1 million views. Fortunately, I was able to catch that one because somebody else had uploaded it to their channel. But this one with 1 million views, it has no audio on it. So the next video, interestingly enough, says XRP cult member finally escaped. So remember what he was saying earlier in the video? Krishna wants you to buy XRP. Let's see what Krishna says now.
Wasted time and money buying dips for this whole year, and now I'm just using a system with real data that actually beats buy and hold. I don't really want to hold on to anything for too long. I just want to get in at the right time, hold for as long as I can, and get out. I don't want to be a day trader either. I'm not.
So basically, he's disappointed by whatever happened with XRP. He doesn't want to do day trading.
Going to be looking at 5-minute time frames and gambling. Real systems, real strategy, but long-term horizons, of course. Just not buy and hold and then wait for whenever it doubles, or it's just a waste of time. Wasted time and money buying dips.
Okay, so he says that he wasted time doing XRP and watching the stock market. But I mean, I don't know what he's doing now. He doesn't say like, okay, this is the new plan. Now this is what Krishna is telling me to do. But do you see, like, as devotees, like, one of our regulative principles is don't gamble. We do not gamble, right? We don't believe in getting something for nothing. And this XRP thing, whatever it is, I never even heard of it. That was a gamble. And this man, if you look at his pictures, you know, he's got a family, he's got a kid. You know, you can't be foolish with your money when you've got a family involved, you know?
I mean, look, think about this. Buying and holding's not bad, of course. People make a lot of money in the markets because they hold and they wait. But I'm sure you could ask someone with a massive portfolio and say, look, if you could avoid a 50% or even 80% drawdown on your portfolio, I'm
gonna be honest with you, I have no idea what he's talking about. Like, I do want to invest in the stock market, but then somebody starts talking to me about it, and my eyes just glaze over. I have no idea what anybody's talking about. I'm like, can you just tell me point A to point B, please? You know, like in 2 months ago when we shot that video, and I said, invest in S&P 500. It's the only thing I know about stocks, right? S&P 500 is the 500 top businesses in America. So if you put a little bit of money in that, it's going to go up. That's basically what S&P 500 is. That's all I know.
Bro, I'm selling all of my XRP as soon as it gets back up to 250. I'm not...
My brother, it's not going to get up to 250.
Holding on to it like a delusional cult member anymore. People who are all in on XRP are essentially in a religious cult, and they're waiting for the second coming, and all they say is, any day now the switch is going to be flipped and we're going to be billionaires. And it's like, bro, hopes and dreams, it's all hopium.
Hold on, let's see what the XRP thing is. Hold on, it's at $2. Let's see a year, how it's been doing for a year. So it's been going down. It's been going down as of recent. Then within the last month, where did it take a big dip here? This was just before, this is between November 17th, November 24th. So like November 20th, it looks like it took a big dip. Or maybe that's where he became disillusioned when it started going down. And now it's at $2, and he's hoping to make $2.50 back to sell it. I honestly never heard of XRP. But yeah, don't invest in cryptocurrency. I don't think of it as a good investment. That's my poor person advice. So that seems to be the update for Death Metal Mystic. As always, with anyone we talk about on our channel, we wish him well. We're sorry that he was disappointed with the XRP stuff and whatever. Hopefully he's learned his lesson and invests his money a little bit more wisely. When there's kids involved, you know, you got to be more serious about this stuff. So thanks for watching. Bye.